There we go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Tophinator Streams, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Part 19. I noticed that a lot of you missed Part 18. Yeah, just got a low view count and everything. It was a little bizarre. I know a lot of people had a lot of things to do. It was just weird. Welcome! Hey there, Andrew. First, once again! Ooh, first to like. Aha! Hola, Rosalind. Now here's all the peeps. Wonderful to see you guys. Thank you. But yeah, people were busy yesterday. Damn. And that's okay. But if you missed out, we're getting into the Joe Darke incident in this case. So that's what's happening. And we're going to talk with Emma since she was a witness to the SL9 incident. Oh, good Lord. Oh. Excuse me. Woo! Okay. Let's get into it. Day 3 investigation. Well, I went on vacation yesterday when you started streaming. Oh, damn! Okay. Well, that's fair. Like, a lot of people were busy. Andrew was doing his gun thing, which was really cool. I enjoyed that video. If you haven't checked it out, I definitely recommend it. Leave him a like. Tell him I sent you. But, yeah. You were losing lead. Yes, you were. It was a fun video, though. I enjoyed that. Yeah, where did you go? I saw the picture on the Discord. That was awesome. And while he explains that, let's get started. February 24th, 3:12 p.m. Wright & Co. offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm so sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. Bullet hole gun range, hell yeah. Cool. I didn't know. I never knew that the SL9 incident was just another name for the Joe Darke killings. Up in some mountains in another state. Okay. Fair enough. They were beautiful mountains. Real Gandalf, so definitely enjoyed that. That was a lot of fun to see. That's... Yeah, that's as cool, yeah. Sounds like everyone heard about these killings but me. Lana wanted Darke convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What do you mean, what happened to you? It's all there in the file. Joe Darke's last victim was Prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Darke tried to kill me. What? He tried to kill you? Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Darke trial. I didn't see that one coming. Was everybody just leaving? I mean, if you got stuff to do, you got stuff to do. I'm not going to hold it against you. It's just crazy. Maybe my thing's all crazy. It could be that too. Also, I don't think enough of my notifications are going out to YouTube people. So that's another thing. Ugh. It happened 2 years ago. It was right about this time of year, too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. No, I'm just wondering what's going on. As soon as I, like, you know, then it's fine. Holding pretty tight. You weren't on vacation like cool Gandalf. Indeed, I was not. That's right. Although I did take a break from YouTube for a little while, so that might have also accounted for some of that. Ugh. was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Darke. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. You gotta be careful with Corona out there, Gandalf. That is very true. We were thinking about going on vacation soonish. I think we may have to do it during the whole coronavirus pandemic, because it doesn't look like this thing's gonna clear up anytime soon. Okay, excellent. Good. I'm glad you're safe. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. The virus fears the gunpowder. I hope so. Gotta breathe that stuff in. Quick, someone shoot me. I need to get full of lead. No, don't do that. No, don't do that. No. Jake Marshall's brother. Joe Darke tried to take me hostage. Yeah, you're like, okay. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then, what happened? I'll never forget it. Me and Andrew got you, Toph? Oh, good. Oh, good, thank you. You're coming over. Oh, God! Oh, God. I've summoned them. This is my last recording. They're almost here. I've always wanted to do something like that. Okay. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly... You want a Navy revolver? Ooh. Sounds pretty nice. Yeah. Absolutely. A bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture? I don't remember the moment when Darke stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? What's going on, Shiloh? Welcome to the stream. The prosecutor's office wanted that guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence, and Mr. Edgeworth used it. Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. Here, a Civil War Navy revolver? Oh, nice, thank you. Yes, Gandalf, I do. Ah. Very nice. He couldn't have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true. Even though he may not have known it, Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Okay, and let's ask about the permanent picture. What did you see in the instance that crime occurred? Oh, excuse me, that's him. What did you see in the instant that the crime occurred? Hey, sweetie.
Hey.
What's wrong?
Laura.
I'm sorry. But the food arrived and everything's here. I have one of the donut holes back here, yeah. You can come and share it with me. Okay. Darke knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. From what war, Andrew? Oh, yeah. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently I passed out. Post-Civil War, preferably. Ooh. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that incident. Why not World War I? True. I tried, but the words wouldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago. You must have been 14, that's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. Welcome.
Nice.
Hey. Come on in. Ooh. Okay.
There was one. And I drew on Gandalf.
Yay, she's here! And find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way Lana would never have to forge anything. Or any. I see. I'm going through a Western phase right now. Nice. Wait, oh, WW2. You finally got pork chops? Heck yeah! Good job, Shyla. No longer starving? I hope. So my next guns is gonna be another single action. Okay. Nice. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Oh, something puzzling. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? Is boring on the revolver front. Oh.
That's cold.
That is cold. That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. But you finally got them today. Heck yeah. You're requesting them for like 3 or 4 weeks? Aw. Joe Darke had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective offices and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, silly. Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? That's news to me. After the Joe Darke case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. Fine, you want my Colt single action army revolver. Oh, dang. Nice, Charlotte, nice. Yeah. Lana used to be a detective? I'd better have another talk with her. Oh, okay. So that's where we're going, I guess. Hi there.
Hi.
What's going on? What happened with the world?
I don't have the prescription.
What?
So because there's only 2 months or 2 refills left, they wanted to charge $100 for 1 month. But if you do 3 months, it's $50 for all 3 months.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Insurance is stupid. So they're going to contact the doctor and see if he will just write a prescription for another month real fast. So we can do it as a 3-month thing instead of a 2-month.
Oh my god.
So instead of having to pay $100 this month, $100 next month, we can pay $50 for the next 3 months. Because the insurance is stupid. And I hate them.
I hate them too. It sounds needlessly complicated.
Mm-hmm.
February 24th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Oh, I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul, why should we? I don't know. Insurance needs to be. Doesn't make any sense. Service that complicated is just, yeah, you know, woot. It makes you feel like an adult for sure.
Stupid insurance.
Yeah. But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright? You suppose? A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. You forgot about taxes. Oh, dang.
Yeah, you should probably look into that, Gandalf.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be filed a while back.
Uh-oh.
It's a bit overdue at this point.
Shit. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. What?
Disillusion.
Disillusion, that's right. At the trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is that 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. Let me just go sell my car real quick. Aww.
Be realistic, Gandalf. Is your car worth the amount of taxes you owe?
Might be. He does put together old ones. Could be considered antiques. Those are worth more. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife? Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I've ever seen Lana look so fazed before. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing! They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. Damon Gant. He was everything Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. I couldn't see who was talking. I know it does, but I forgot who they were. Emma's the younger one. Or Lana's the one on trial. Yeah, especially when you don't own any. It's worth $1 million and it antiques, so maybe 2,500,000 you could sell it for. Heck yeah, try it. Yeah, why not? Some sucker out there is bound to buy it. Well, value plenty. Anyway. We've been watching a lot of Witcher lately. Anyway. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Emma really does idolize her big sister. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to its resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about the investigation of theirs 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I was second in command of the detectives investigating Darke. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes, the deputy chief Gant and I shared the same office and the same investigations. Oh, damn it! What are you doing? Okay. He just... Okay. He just wanted to sit in my chair. That's the cat, everyone. There's no ghosts here. They even had the same office. No ghosts whatsoever, I swear. to the auction house with you, Gandalf. Indeed, yes. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Goodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Darke was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Darke. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Darke that day. The investigation was in its final stages and Darke must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let their guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. Yeah. I was filing some papers when Gant and Marshall were questioning Darke. Oh, dang! When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. Holy crap! 3 bodies? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Darke. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Darke had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her after all her sister must have gone through. After that, I placed Darke under immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident? That's right. Quite a coincidence, hmm? I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident, just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Why did I get a 50 million car from a junkyard? Because he wanted to fix it up. Yeah. A genius hiding in your own self, Gandalf. That's right. Yep. Let the genius out. Anyway, ever since his brother died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Darke. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Darke at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the Chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the Chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. Okay, and that gives us motive to go investigate the office. Okay. Police station, Criminal Affairs Department. I don't see Detective Gumshoe anywhere. Things seem kind of quiet around here today. You're right. Chief of Detectives seems the same, though. Why don't we go look for some other people to talk to? Right. We can come back here later. Well, we're just trying to get to the... Okay. Well... I don't know, it's weird going back and forth. Oh! Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall! I never thought things would turn out this way when I woke up this morning. Because... Look at him!
He's a goat. Okay.
Que sera sera. You never know where life will lead you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Sorry, but you can't go in the evidence room today, partner.
But, Mr. Marshall, why did you do it?
Why do prospectors head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was this one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? Some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon.
The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip?
That was Joe Darke's, all right. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised.
A question?
The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained.
What does that mean?
It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased.
Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence?
That case left behind scars on all of us.
The scars that the SL9 incident left behind.
I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together.
How old was he, your brother?
He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day.
The highest honor? You mean the
King of Prosecutors.
I knew it.
What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for our prosecutor.
Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. That day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as...
That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer.
Interesting.
It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall, there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have already gone by.
It's the same thing.
I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die.
Apparently someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty.
There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in that investigation, save one, was taken care of. Miss Starr was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room.
What about Detective Goodman?
If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious.
They? Who are you talking about?
Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Skye. Investigation lead Damon Gant and his second-in-command, Lana Skye. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of their careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office.
Oh, excuse me. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right?
Yeah, Damon Gant, the chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her said so. Chief Prosecutor Skye was totally different when she was a detective.
Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister?
Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out.
Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago.
So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner?
It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I won't even be a patrolman after today. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Adios, Bambina. Aw. Okay. So, now we're gonna go try to get into the prosecutor's place? No, we need to get to the chief of police office. So why would it be here? No one's here today, not even Miss Starr. Everyone's probably busy looking into exactly what went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I've got to find all the answers by tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Oh. This place is always pretty empty, but today it's deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Oh. Oh, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks. Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media in tomorrow's trial, there's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word they used for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Yeah, I'm still going. Can't stop me. Oh boy, of course he has a pipe organ. Look at this. Good lord. Look at that. Ridiculous. Oh boy. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, silly. At least that's what it said on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Bach. Wow, really? I thought I was a genius. Oh, I thought I was a genius until blah blah blah. It's a heck of an office. I know, right? I never could remember where C was. Hmm? Oh. Hmm? Oh, shit. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. Oh, what's going on with me right here? So that's where the background music is coming from. Yeah, that's exactly it, yeah. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. Oh, I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full, too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct. And Lana's provocative statement. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. So that big picture on the wall over there. Oh, see that big picture on the wall over there? Excuse me. That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me. So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. We took it to commemorate our work together. Something's not right with this picture. Can't quite seem to put my finger on it, though. Gantt picture added to the court record. Hell yeah, we took something away. Oh, good lord, no, don't stare at me. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to lock up here, so let's go out together. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case is long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Oh god, oh, don't do that. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gantt denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. I'm just gonna keep trying to go back. I mean, what can they really do? Hey, pal! Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting? I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt. From sitting so long? Actually, from serving everyone coffee. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop. Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth? Edgeworth? No. Why do you ask? He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battle's between you two in court. That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said? That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood. Yikes! But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lana Skye is the guilty party, isn't she? Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there have been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now with this, are there really so many people who hate him? In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know of for making enemies. Hey, Dick! Keep up the good work! Yes, sir! Let's go out for lunch again sometime, my treat! Yes, sir! You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick? Yes, sir. Seems like you don't have any problems with enemies. Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all this pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack. Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing. Seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Well, did you find out anything? The only evidence Darke left behind was during his final attack. His final attack? You mean when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl? Me. Seems Detective Gumshoe never realized Emma was the girl. I have guns, so all my enemies know better. What? Guys, I'm not alcoholic. Who's calling you an alcoholic? Okay.
His brain.
I suppose. That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all. Well, what was it? Oh, let's see. think it had something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay? His powers of recollection never fail to impress. People who say I drink too much? Well, no one's saying it here, are they? I don't know. Maybe I didn't read the chat.
They're saying it in his head.
Gandalf, do you have people talking in your head? It's not good, pal. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. Oh. It might just jog his memory. Okay. About this. Hey, is that... It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of? What were you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker. On the day Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's car muffler. That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. He's gone cray-cray? Indeed. I can hear you, Fox. I can hear you from things from a mile away. Oh my god. I'm not cray-cray. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me. Yes. Yes, Shyla? That's what they all say. Oh god. Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again. Okay. Joe Darke was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman. A businessman? What made him take to serial killing? One day on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car. Alcoholism is a crutch? Oh, damn. Stover. Fox has gone mad. Fox wants to fill you with lead. Oh no! Oh no! Wouldn't be the first time that somebody wanted to fill me with lead. In this chat, in this stream. With his car, so it was an accident? Yes. An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal. An animal? Needs to check his grammar. Oh god. I really only call out Andrew on his grammar. It's just a thing I do. The rest of y'all can can be okay unless you need actual help. A jogger came upon the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal. Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence. I believe you. So he turned himself in. Oh, so he turned himself in. Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim. Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Darke was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that last witness wasn't killed. That last witness? AKA Emma. Yeah. This knife, it was Joe Darke's, wasn't it? That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too. But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right? That's where his luck ran out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see that it's broken. You don't have to take a good look to notice that. Yeah, well anyway. Take a guess where the broken off tip of the knife was found. That's what did him in. Where was it? The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it. Inside his own body. It was found deep inside the stab wound. Did it match Darke's knife? You'll bet, down to the last fiber. That's pretty conclusive. Stabbed in the back, died from a punctured heart and lung. A knife tip was found in the wound. Okay. The broken tip was found in the victim's body, belonged to the murderer Joe Darke. Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know. Can I ask you one more thing? What is it? If it's money you need, you should ask Chief Gant. It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered? The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay. Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door. What? Really? But if I let a civilian in there, I'd be charged with breach of trust. Breach of trust? Simply put, I'd be canned. Oh. Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you. How about this ID card? It was Detective Goodman's. That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died. Oh. So in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's connect it with the photo that we took of the photo that was taken. Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. Oh, okay. That was the wrong one. Okay. Fine. Ah, that right there. About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformative detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office, and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant. Where could I have seen that before? Oh, now we get to show him the photo. Oh, good lord. Okay. Oh, good lord, why? Okay. What could we show him? Well, I'm out of ideas. What can we present him to get him to change his mind about letting us in the chief's office? Maybe that? I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people are accusing of him injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Darke guilty. Threatened him with violence? Oh, okay. Okay, so that didn't work. I feel like this is it, but, like, it won't let me. He's not responding to the picture. Yeah.
I figured, like, tying this to the picture would let us in the office because that photo's also taken in Gant's office.
Maybe he would recognize the missing piece from the drawing.
No, I already tried that. He's just like, it makes me feel uneasy. Huh?
I didn't realize there was more.
Oh yeah, there's lots more here.
What's that log scene?
This one?
The log.
Oh, the log? Oh, here? IDs of all... Oh, maybe. Maybe I present him with this and tell him that 7777 was Gant. That's the ID card record, isn't it? There we go. If he can identify which number that is, then we have reason enough to go into the office. Yes, there's only one number left to investigate, at 4:20 p.m. The victim, Detective Gunshoe, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. 7777777. That's 1 7 too many, Detective. An executive officer. Just might have a hunch. 420. Blaze it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Do you have a hunch? Nope, you don't have a hunch. Okay. So there's something else we need to show him. Okay. Brought back to his office by Gant's request. The tag says AI-16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. Makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows, this might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. We're not seeing anything on it, though. Let me share a little advice with you. Okay, alright. No, stop. 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 Don't do that. Okay. Nope. I'm just grasping at straws here. Oh, last item report, huh? Very impressive, Detective. You know what it was right from off the bat. Blech. Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know. Master? That is such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold on any evidence. Damn it. Okay. I don't know what to present him with. Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Oh, he says the same thing. Why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. Okay. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding the blood stain on the evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most offices nowadays.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well.
I have to admit he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. Possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. Okay. Hey, that powder is used for detecting fingerprints.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us.
He did what? All I have is some flour. Those eyes on the Blue Badger, though. Ugh. Are you okay, Detective? Quick, run! Achoo! What the hell? If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint. Why am I not comforted? That got us nowhere. Okay. Let me share a little... Damn it. He doesn't care about that. Maybe that? Can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus.
Really?
He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles.
Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus.
Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know. Ugh. I don't know what to do. Just trying everything else I could find. Found in Mr. Edgewood's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgewood's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean, sure, of course, someone really else did it. Someone must have grudge against Mr. Edgewood. Okay, do we even need to, like, talk to him anymore? Can we no, okay, we do. Fuck. Damn it. What about this? Fuck. Nope. What does he have against, why doesn't he have a grudge against Edgy Boy? Who doesn't? Can't read today. I know, right? Phoenix excluded, yeah. Fair enough, I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. I do not know what to do with this man. He will not talk to me. That photo that Miss Starr took. Oh, anything you can tell us about it? And Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened.
Wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. So that didn't get us anywhere. Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before.
Add 3 inches to your base height. Base height? Hey, let me see that. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula. You mean this can't detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol.
So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face. Wow, he got duped. Well, I really don't know what else to do here. Nothing else works on him.
tried it all. No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, Detective? The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints. Shh! If they come arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Punch him till he complies? Show of force. That one. Good lord, dude. Recognize the picture, why don't you? Okay. I can't do anything to the picture.
So, you have a handprint. Into the fingerprints. And a locker that can only be opened with fingerprints.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't combine them.
No, you can't combine them. Pretty weird. Talk. Maybe we need to leave for a bit. I really don't know.
Yeah, maybe there's something else you're supposed to get before you come here.
It's possible.
By the way, I have to go to work.
You gotta go. All right.
Yeah, Andrew's right. Try that.
Punch until he complies. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he said that a little earlier, and I was like, yeah, I wish I could. Yeah. Wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is. Looks like he's writing something. What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? Oh, tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. I'm gonna examine that, first of all. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on, first let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I mean of the day, Egg. What's going on, Lawler? Hey there. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I love you.
I love you too. I have to go. I'm done stuffing my face with
Delicious holes.
delicious holes.
Nom nom nom.
Bye.
Bye. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. He needs alcohol to cope. Besides Toph. Oh. Didn't something die in you a long time ago, though? Yeah. And no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Letter of resignation put into pocket. Well, I just stole that from him, didn't I? Damn. Alright. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified? The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth, I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? First last year's trial and now this one. Seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I know, at least 5 minutes? Yeah, I wish. I'll bet that's why my superiors are banking... Oh, I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice this long. It's only half as long as most lists? That is odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of that investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time. Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. No! Okay, just let it run. Okay, there we go. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? I will calm down. Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in that case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Okay. Now, present photo. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? That trophy that Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now. Remember what? That was what the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on.
You know, it wouldn't hurt if you put this up somewhere like on a shelf. This has no meaning for me anymore. What do you mean, anymore? That's who I was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past? He's asking me? Why can't he just accept it gracefully? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look, do you notice anything different? Different? Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record? Guess I'd better present the other shield. Yeah, the other... We already did that with him. So... Yeah! Okay, cool. He'll talk about the King of Prosecutors trophy now with us. Sweet. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story? Me? Oh, sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell me it, though, for Emma's sake? Very well. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other! Very perceptive, but then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very descriptions of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize... Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss for words. But it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant. King of Prosecutors trophy updated in the court record. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. Interesting. Alright. So let's move back to, oh crap. Are we gonna run into Angel Star again? Oh, please don't be her. You have no idea? 100 decibels? Yeah. Excuse me. Would either of you care for a quarter-pound of roast beef? Miss Star. I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved with the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from the case was due for transferal. This can't all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Star's hatred toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Okay. Joe Darke. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though. Must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and the Chief Gant. The legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Darke got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, while other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Damon Gant and Lana Skye. There's a lot of information. Gant led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was most unreal. Almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated everything crooked, and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief? That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Excellent. I will move away from you now. Thank you. Okay. And back to, good old... Oh, you're back. You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you into the chief's office, period. It'd be my neck on the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Present. We have new evidence, and we can show him this. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? He's gonna get upset. No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they've pushed him this far! Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him. Detective. That's it. I've made up my mind. But... Here, take my ID card. There we go. We can't do that. If someone, found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into pocket. Sweet. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. February 24th, Police Department, Chief's Office. Maybe we can sneak in there when he's not looking. Here goes, Mr. Wright. We're in. If anyone finds us now... Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Eek! Ah! Oh, someone got slapped. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I didn't even know you could slap a ghost. Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID crushed and rendered unusable in pocket. What? Okay. Hey, don't do that to my card! Yeah, no kidding. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. I mean, that's fair. Really don't want to get fired, do you? Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Okay. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations. Last time for entry? Oh man. First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh! Be careful of what you say. Who knows, the chief may be hiding in this armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. Screw taxes! Exactly. Yes. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered into this panel to open it. A 7-digit number. I think I might know what it is. Yeah, I think I know what it is too. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know. You want to try my birth date? It's... I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Input code. Code confirmed, access granted. Oh damn, I did it! The founding father didn't believe in income tax? Oh damn. That makes sense. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. And I have a secondary alarm that'll go off if we go too long, so. Vive la revolution! Bingo. What number did you enter? Whose birthday was it, pal? 7's. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day? You mean 7777777? That ID number? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Yeah. I do. The hell's in there? Is there any money in there? How much does he have stashed away? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in there, too. What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. Gumshoe's main concern. Oh, I know. You think the chief made up the design? Oh, you think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Dumb money. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shot from a cup. They look like pieces of evidence. Oh, they look like pieces of evidence. Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. Well, yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I have to present, don't I? Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? I remember when the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. Yeah. Here, let me see that shard. Oh, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Okay, combine. Boom, done. There, it fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line.
blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Evidence from the SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. Well, we need to combine it with the luminol. And then... Detective Gumshoe, I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, Detective. Alright, go to town. Sheesh. BRB? Okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for joke. Oh, come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. What the... Okay. Alright. Really, these are the areas we need to focus on. Oh, shit. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? Oh. But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Okay, right. Yeah, you have to check which finger. That might give us the best result, since that's a little darker. A little Joe darker. I really don't want to go. Okay. Let me just set another real quick alarm. Boop, boop, boop. There. Okay, we're fine. I give it my best shot. That kind of result won't be good for any matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clear result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger. Alright, fine. Let's just try this one. God. Nope. No, we already did that one. Still pinky. Damn! Are you serious? Okay, we're going for the middle. Has to be this one. Has to be. We've tried all the other fingers. This is dumb. Ah, this is a great print. This is the one we need. Let me just make sure. Oh, come on. Let's fill it out now. Oh my god. There we go. That's it. It's Emma's fingerprint. Oh, damn! Age 16. No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Darke's prints. Psst. Hey, you. Over here. What's going on in here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe? Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here, maybe you should hold on to this. Piece of cloth folded and added to the court record. Okay.
Yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Of course there can. Just throw a little luminol around the room. There we go. Oh my god. Look at there. Whoa, there must have been... This area must have been covered in blood. Is this from that incident? It must be. When Prosecutor Neil Marsha was murdered. 2 years have passed, so the reaction's kind of dull. So a murder really did take place here. Just making sure, you know. Let's present him with the luminol so we can take a blood trace of the evidence. Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Oh, okay. Ugh. Feel a lot better now that this job's complete, but it only raises another question. What was the piece of it doing in the chief's safe? More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway? I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on this. Okay, so why can't we put the luminol on there? Why not? If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information. That's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, Detective. We do want to share your information, though. Oh, who am I fooling? I've never had anything useful to share to begin with. Got to stay positive. She's funny. Okay. Did that. Look at the size of Gant's desk. When we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant. You put that paper he was reading in his desk. Ah. Okay. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though. Hey, look at the case name. Huh? SL9 incident. Wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, Detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long? What's up? What's going on, buddy? That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case! It would appear so. Evidence list added to the court record. Okay, so let's check out that evidence list. What? We can't read nonsense. The hell? So if we present this... That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know, when we first came in here? Yeah. Looks like the right side of the form's been torn off. So Mr. Edgeworth's list was only half of the whole thing. Rip. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal. The back? What? Okay. Oh. Whoa! Hey, look at there. Oh, damn. I wonder what this is. Looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh. No, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? Better not forget about this picture. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay. Examine. This was taken on that day 2 years ago. The day Joe Darke ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture here. Then went along with Chief Gant to question Darke. I bet you never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. Gee, you think? What? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to the theme park. Okay. This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. Not even that dusty. Not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still be keeping it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff of legends. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Look at that Gant window. Giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor? I know, I was just saying. Saying what? Ever since making Detective, I've always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So as long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that! Wow. This game, huh? Okay. Nope. Chief's organ sure is sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. It's on the second floor, this is the 15th. It's an entirely different building. When the detective screws up, the chief calls them into his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing of the ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. Ugh. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Okay, so I'm gonna take out the luminol and spread it all around the organ and see if that does anything. Okay, I'm just seeing, you know. Just making sure. Alright. Devious organ. Alright. That's fair. We did a decent sweep. Oh god! Alright. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be... No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay. Now then, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy! Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? But you aren't a woman. Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Well, was I any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? You don't know that. In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Eek! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Don't think about it too much. Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. Yes, sir. Sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir... Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright! Uh-oh. Look, pal, if I told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. But why was she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Why had she? Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal. Oh boy. After that, I heard from Emma. She said that the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Okay, we're gonna leave it here because I really gotta go. I'm kind of pushing the wire here. I'm pushing it a little too hard. I'm going past my limits. I need to go get set up for work. So, thank you all so much for watching. We'll continue it right here for next time. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a save. There we go. And we'll continue day 3 investigation next time. Thank you, of course, to Andrew High Upon the Mount Smith for being a Patreon supporter. If you'd like to follow in his footsteps and help support the channel, you always can at patreon.com/Tophinator, Tophinator. And exactly you. That's right. We'd like to thank you very, very much for helping us out. That's right, you. Absolutely. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one, and I can't wait to see how this ends. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good night. The mountain is mighty and eternal. Sure is. If you like who I am and you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting that bell. Make sure that the bell notifications are on. Some of the time, if you don't, like, click on it and look up your settings, sometimes you'll miss notifications. So make sure that the bell is doing all notifications. All right, I'll see you in the next game, or the next Phoenix Wright episode. Bye, guys.